how you can change your identity from a short man who has no sort of confidence. Maybe you don't even believe in yourself. You're not getting any sort of attention from the opposite sex as far as girls, to someone who demands respect. Someone who has presence, who has energy about themselves, that's just like, I need to be around this person. Like, this person has aura. Being a short man, this is how you do it, and this is the perfect video. So I hope you guys are ready. Hope you guys are locked in. Let's get into it. The secret ingredient, I'm gonna give it to you guys off the bat. I'm not going to gatekeep. I'm gonna give you guys it off the bat. It's discipline. That's it. It's discipline. It's doing something and sticking to it regardless of how you feel, regardless of you're seeing the results or not, regardless of people are in your ear telling you you're not doing the right thing. It's sticking to that every single day and fulfilling that. That's really what it is. I've been in your guys' shoes. I've had no sort of confidence. I've felt like I didn't even love who I saw in the mirror, right? I understand every emotion you're going through. I truly do, and that's why I make this sort of content. That's why I'm able to open up to you guys, and I've talked about this in other videos, like put my pride and ego to the side. I think that deserves some sort of like pat on the back sometimes, because I'm like, I'm putting all my insecurities out in the world for you guys to hear, for you guys to even judge. Like, I've put damn near almost every insecurity, weakness about myself out on the internet, because I understand what it takes to change and transform yourself into someone who has the identity of someone confident, who has the identity of someone who's like this asset in this market space, right? I understand, but it's through pure discipline. So where do you start? You start by understanding your current self. You start by acknowledging everything that you're doing, regardless if it's good or bad. What time are you waking up? Are you fulfilling your word? What are you eating, right? Are you giving it everything you have? Are you improving yourself? All the things. Acknowledge everything about your life on a daily basis. If you don't know kind of how to start to, write down everything you do this next week. Today's Sunday, right? I'm gonna probably post this come Monday or Tuesday. Write down everything that you do, and then you can start to acknowledge and be self-conscious of like, okay, this is how I think, this is what I do, this is how much time I'm spending eating, watching content, watching movies, whatever it is on what you do on a daily basis, spend time working, etc. Right? Now that you're self-conscious and aware of everything, I want you to start visualizing what this better version of you does, acts, and is. I want you to start visualizing, what does the better version of myself do as far as earning income? How does the better version of myself dress? How does the better version of myself speak, communicate to other people? How does he carry himself or she carry himself? How does she act in public settings? I want you to think about every aspect of what that better version of you is, does, acts, whatever, right? Start to visualize that and create a vivid image. Where you're gonna be living in a few months, what type of car you're driving, how do you smell, right? Every little thing. Once you have a vivid image in your head, I want you every morning, this is a non-negotiable, to wake up and write down what that better version of you is doing on a daily basis. Right? And I'll break it down to you guys. It doesn't have to be like one aspect. I want it to be every aspect of your life. So what time does that better version of you wake up? Does he make his bed? How many times does this individual talk to your family, such as parents, siblings, right? That current version of you may be talking to your family once a week, but that better version of yourself probably talks to your family 3 or 4 times a week, right? You're probably eating out every single day. I'm just giving you guys hypothetical situations or situations, right? But that better version of you maybe eats out 3 times a week or twice a week, right? That better version of you makes his bed every single day. That better version of you goes to the gym 6 days a week instead of 3. That better version of you invests into his appearance maybe once a month instead of 6 months out of the year, right? Everything that you should be doing, I want you to write that every single day. Right? And maybe you're doing 1 or 2 aspects that that better version of you is doing. Continue to do so. But on your list of what that better version of you is and does, There should be a minimum of 15 things and max maybe like 35 or 40 things. And I want you to write that down every single day. And how is this gonna help you? How is this gonna help you develop discipline and action into your life to change yourself from your current self that you're not proud of to that best self, right? How is this gonna help you? Because now you're acknowledging everything about yourself. When you acknowledge where you're currently at, now you have the understanding and even the tools to improve. You understand, okay, this is where I'm at. How do I get to the next level? How do I get from A to B? I can create a plan now because I know where I'm currently at, right? So when you rewrite what that better version of you is and does, it's gonna start to reprogram your mind to start to act, to start to think, and to start to be that better version of you. When you just act on these things alone, it may not be all 35 or 40 things on the list, but a couple things you're getting a little bit better. But it requires consistency. It requires discipline, even on the days where you don't want to do these certain things, right? That's how you're going to get better, and that's how you're going to build and mold yourself into that better self, right? Because here's how I look at it. This transformed my whole life, doing this every single day for a whole year. I knew on the days where I didn't want to do it, and some days I didn't complete all things on my list, I'd kind of fight with myself because I'd be like, damn it, that better version of myself beat me today. And you're probably gonna have days, hopefully it's not weeks, where that better version of you is beating you, but there's gonna come a time when you're not completing your whole checklist and you're gonna be like, you know what, fuck this. Like, I'm tired of losing. I'm tired of like allowing this better version of myself to keep beating me day after day after day. And when that day happens, you're gonna complete your whole checklist. And now that when you complete it, you're gonna have this sense of like a win, or this sense of like euphoric energy that you beat your best self. You beat the better version of yourself today, and you're going to want to continue on this path. So every single day, it's going to mean more so to you to complete these things regardless of how you're feeling. And when you continue to show up day in and day out and complete those things, you're going to have more momentum on your side. You're going to have more self-love on yourself. You're going to have more confidence on your side. You're going to have discipline on your side to develop and mold yourself into that best you. This is how I transform myself from someone who had no sort of confidence, from someone who didn't even believe could get the attention of the opposite sex, from someone who believed couldn't even be a leader, someone who leads young men. I'm a manager at a successful startup company. I love myself. I have the aura. I have the confidence. I have the energy. I have the physique. I have the mindset because of this one particular activity. This is the ingredient from you changing your identity in every aspect of your life. If you really want to change who you are and you're tired of feeling this way, you're tired of the disrespect, this is the ingredient. Try this, but you have to be consistent. This is not a short period activity. This is a long-term thing. You must show up every single day, at minimum 6 months, minimum, to see the true effects of what this can do for your life. If you want to see the full benefit, do it for a year. And when you do it for that whole year, I guarantee your life's going to transform. Everything that you thought probably wasn't even possible, the identity, the income, the confidence, the self-love, the physique, whatever it is that you're chasing will happen. I guarantee it, but you must show up every single day. You must do that. And then once you start doing that, you must be a man of your word. If you say you're going to do these certain things, you must show up. If you want to take it to a degree even farther, every single day after you rewrite what that better version of you does and is, say it out loud. Now you're reprogramming your mind, your subconscious mind, and you're vocalizing it, so you're speaking it. You will transform your identity to your current self that you hate, or maybe you're not proud of, or you know that there's more that you could be doing, to your best self. I'm telling you guys, this will transform your life in every aspect, but you must show up. You must fulfill the things on that list on a daily basis and give it everything you have. Do not take a day off. I guarantee it, this is the ingredient from you changing your identity to your best self. I've done it. I've personally done it before. I continue to do so. I'm telling you guys, this is the ingredient. If you guys need help and want accountability, want someone who's been in your shoes before and can help you get to this desired result, right? And you need someone that can be there and give you the helping hand, can walk you along this journey, right? DM me the word king and let's fucking make it happen. I'm telling you guys, I make this sort of content. I open up about my vulnerabilities and the hardships I've gone through to help you guys. Because there is no one who helps short men level up, upgrade themselves, feel confidence in themselves. I don't know one individual, and I want to be that individual for y'all. Because I understand those emotions, I understand those pains, I understand having no sort of confidence in oneself. So I want to be that figure. So if you're feeling like I'm talking to you and you want the help and you want to change your fucking life and take action today, DM me the word king and let's fucking make it happen. I appreciate all you guys. Keep leveling up, keep improving. We're building a community here of short kings, of men that have been told and overlooked that they can't do certain things, that they've been picked last, this and that. But you have every trait, characteristic, resource at your hand to make it fucking happen and prove everybody wrong. I love y'all, short kings. We out. Peace.